What's going on, YouTube? Today I'm going to bring you a very special video, a super sad video. This is going to be a story time video, not going to be a wide foot review, none of that sort. We're going to be talking about one of the saddest things to have ever happened to me. Now, as you can see behind me, I've been doing the sneaker thing for a long time, and I'm not a professional YouTuber or any of the sort, just kind of a regular guy that likes to put out content from time to time. Thank you so much to those of you that have been supporting since day one. So this video is gonna be, so let's go back to 3 years ago. I think it's like three and a half years ago. We went on a trip to Florida, and we came back with a little bit of extra money in my pocket. So I decided I'm gonna pick up a grill at the time, a grill even till this day. I picked up a pair of Sean Wotherspoons 97 ones, or whatever you want to call them, the Sean Wotherspoon Air Maxes. The market was around $650, $600 at the time, and I got them for $5. So I was like, okay, I'm saving a little bit of money, $100, which is, still $100, $100. So, made up the kid. It was real bright and early. We just kind of, I looked at the shoe, put it back in the box, handed him the cash, and on my way I went. So I think it was like 2 days later, I looked inside the box and noticed that there was no extra laces or anything like that, and the shoes were sold to me as OGL. So I messaged this kid, and at the time he's like 13, right? So like, he's not trying to make anything, right? He doesn't, and I get it, he's like, whatever, dude, you got a $600 shoe for $500, like, what do you want from me? I want an OGL shoe as you had sold. So whatever, kind of, I didn't really push the matter any further. I wasn't going to drive all the way back to him. It was like 2 hours, not even 2 hours, maybe like an hour and 40-minute drive. But I was just like, whatever, I'll just keep the shoe. And, prices are starting to kind of go up slightly, and it's hard to find shoes local. So I keep the shoes in hopes that in time I'll find the extra lace set just to kind of complete it all. Mind you, as all of you know that have been following the channel, I've always bought shoes half size bigger, at least in like Air Maxes and stuff, because I feel like they're always more narrow. And I bought a size 11. I'm a 10.5, true 10.5, I feel. And so I bought the size 11, and I tried on the one shoe, and it was a little bit big. So I was like, man, I should have just gone with my true size. Anyways, I'm like, well, I'm gonna try to look for the extra lace set, sell these later, or trade them for my own pair. And I tried that a couple times, actually. Never worked out. So the shoes just kind of sat in my collection, just kind of, sat there and sat there and sat there. Always admiring the shoe. I've always probably been one of my favorite Air Maxes to have released ever. And I mean, I was never really big into Air Maxes, but definitely the quality is just, you can't deny it. So fast forward to now, the shoe fits even bigger. I've lost a lot of weight, as you guys can see through the older videos and stuff. I've lost a lot of weight, so now I'm definitely a true 10.5, even a 10 at times. So I can't fit anything size 11. I've even bought some 11.5 back when the Ultra Boosts were big. So I just couldn't fit them. So I pulled the shoe out to admire it once more, but I usually pull out the right shoe usually. So I pull out the shoe, and I'm like, usually I pull out the right shoe, but this time I pulled out the left shoe. And I pull it out, and I'm like, this doesn't look as big as I remember it. It's clunky. So I slide it in, and I'm like, man, these fit really fucking good. I'm like, bet I'm actually gonna wear these now, And I'm like, what was I thinking? So I slide the other shoe in. Mind you, at this point, they're on DS. I'm going to keep them, right? And that bitch fit big. So I'm like, what's going on, man? So I pull out the shoe. Here's the left shoe. I don't know if you can see, but this is a size 10. So I rush to the other shoe, and that's a size 11. Oh, sorry. There you go. Boy, I got finessed. pair of Sean's, size 10 and a size 11. Fuck. I'm freaking out. Man, I just like, what do you do? What do you say? Especially now where the prices are. I didn't know. I was just like, what the fuck? So, I sent this kid a message. Mind you, the whole time I'm never mad at him because really this is on me. You know, like I should have checked first and foremost for accessories and my sizes. This was a true learning experience, and who would have thought that I would have learned it 3 years later? But I sent him a message like, bro, man, you're not gonna believe this. You actually sold me 2 different sizes. Of course, that kid doesn't give a shit. He isn't gonna read the message. He doesn't read it till now, or hasn't even read it. And I don't think it was never a matter of whether they're legit. It's a legit pair of shoes. He's a very legit seller. Like, he's obviously very well known in his local area, and he's got like all the shits, you know, Off-White everything, whatever. One of those kids with the rich parents. I hate to admit it, but it's the truth. And if he's watching, we all know. So what the fuck do? I gotta keep them at this point because they're basically worthless. Who's gonna buy a size 10 and a size 11? Unless I'm giving them a hell of a steal. No one is. So I'm like, okay, I was gonna wear them anyways. So the size 10 fits amazing. Actually, I'm like, bet if I ever get a second pair, I'm going with a size 10. At least now I know. Which I'll get a second pair at some point. So what I ended up doing with the size 11 is, I've always done the add the second insole to the shoe, but for this one I was gonna need something a little thicker, right? So I ended up pulling apart a pair of Converse, just lows, Chuck Taylor, some lows, and lo and behold, they actually have a thicker insole in them for the same reason that they don't have much of a sole, an outsole to them. So the insole's actually pretty thick. So I threw that underneath the regular insole of my my Sean's because I didn't want, you know, in case I took my shoes off, it looked bad. So then I put the Sean over it, the Sean's insert, and sure enough, they fit perfect. I feel like they look a little goofy, but no one's ever gonna be able to tell. No one's gonna check me on my shoe sizes, and it's somebody was telling me it's like half a size is like 8 pennies in thickness. So that's 16 pennies, quite a lot. But no, overall, I think this is the only way that I'm going to be able to go. And I'm sharing this story with you guys so that you guys can share one back with me. What's your worst reselling experience, whether as a buyer or as a seller? This has definitely have to go down as mine worst. I'm actually a little embarrassed to have to share this with anybody, but I figured, you know what? Who the fuck cares? I'm pretty solidified in what I do, so I don't really, like I said, I'll be able to get a second pair at some point. I'll wait for the right price in a size 10, I guess, with OG everything this time around. But yeah, man, just wanted to share with you guys this story. Now, hopefully I'll start bringing some content, more content to you guys. I say that all the time, so I'm not promising anything regular. I do want to make a quick video coming up in the next week. It'll be a very special one. I think it should be in the next week or so, maybe even this weekend. And it'll be a small treat for you guys. I feel like in YouTube, not very many people are going to be able to make this video, or, you know, it'll be special, I think. So, huge shout out to all the followers and the people that still leave me comments. Thanks again to the Whitefoot gang for being with me day one. Still have Whitefoot, not nearly as wide as it was when I was 100 pounds heavier. And if you guys want to check those videos out, just look through my feed and you'll see what I'm talking about. I was a big motherfucker. I still am. But thank you guys so much for always watching, always showing love, and continuing to subscribe. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. It sounds cliche to say, but I feel like that people say it for a reason. So thank you again. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and stay healthy.